Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Ainin Shafiya Binti and this is my presentation for Assessment 2 in ELS253 Proofreading and Editing 2. I'll be presenting the proofreading and editing work I did for my written report 1 titled Bright Futures Festival Proposal. In this presentation, I'll briefly introduce the proposal's content, then explain the language-related errors I found and corrected. These include usage, punctuation, capitalization, and spelling errors. Let me first give a short summary of the proposal I worked on. The Bright Futures Festival is a 3-day charity event planned from the 20th to the 22nd of May 2025 at the Community Center in Kuala Lumpur. The purpose is to raise 20,000 ringgit for Sunshine Orphanage, which provides shelter, education, and care for underprivileged children. The event will include a talent show, food vendors, carnival games, and a charity auction. The funds will be split 10,000 ringgit for urgent needs like food and medical supplies, and another 10,000 for long-term needs like renovations and education purposes. While proofreading the document, I found a total of 18 related language errors. These errors fell into 4 categories: 9 usage errors, 5 punctuation errors, 2 capitalization errors, and finally 2 spelling errors. These mistakes affected the proposal's clarity, formality, and overall professionalism. In the next few slides, I'll go through each category with examples. Here are some examples for usage errors. The first one is the phrase "to better the orphanage's operations," which I changed to "better." This is because bettering is rarely used in modern formal writing that sounds unnatural in this context. Better is more clear, concise, and more appropriate for professional documents. The second example is course of 3 days. I corrected this by spelling out the number 3 since numbers under 10 should be written in words in formal writing. Lastly, the phrase "at community center" was missing an article. I added "the" so it becomes "at the community center," which is the correct grammatical structure. Spelling mistakes were less frequent but still important. One error was the word "employees," which had an extra letter E. I corrected it to the standard spelling by removing the letter E. Another one was extracurricular, which was missing the letter R. I also found the word underprivileged written with an unnecessary space. It should be underprivileged, all one word. These small mistakes, especially spelling, can affect the professionalism of the document itself. Capitalization errors involved both overuse and underuse of capital letters. For example, festivals and social media ad were wrongly capitalized even though they are not proper nouns, so I changed it both to lowercase. On the other hand, Petronas was not capitalized even though it is a proper noun. I corrected it Petronas with a capital P. These corrections help maintain consistency and respect for the brand names. Several punctuation issues appeared throughout the proposal. For example, the sentence "in addition, supporting" was missing a comma after the transition phrase. I corrected it to "in addition, comma, supporting." There were also missing full stops at the end of a sentence, which I added to make the text complete. Finally, the phrase "short and long-term demands" needed a hyphen because in long-term, it's a compound adjective. Now, let's take a quick look at the overall analysis of the proposal. In terms of context, the document is set in a realistic and socially meaningful situation, an NGO requesting help from community and corporations. The content is well organized with clear goals a timeline, a proposed budget, and sponsor information. And as for language, the tone is mostly formal and appropriate for workplace writing. Still, the editing errors I found lowered the document's credibility. After editing, the writing became more clear and more professional. In conclusion, proofreading and editing play a major role in improving a proposal's quality. By correcting usage, punctuation, spelling, and capitalization, the document became more accurate, consistent, and easier to understand. These improvements help make the proposal more convincing and trustworthy to potential sponsors and readers, which is our main goal. I think that is all for my presentation. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening.